Angeles and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Here are the five for the Clippers. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. We've got great athletes tonight, Brent. Much of this game we think will be above the rim.
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out into some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fans. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You and I will be getting up, though. We'll be standing up.
You for sure will be up.
Beverly looking around. Baseline J on the way, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. Here's Davis. Bank shot, no good. Here now the Clippers. Outside Leonard. For 3, Williams. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers going the other way now. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
Here's Harrell following the 3 by the Lakers. Williams' shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Passes it to Davis. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. No good on that one. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Here's Davis. And the rejection by Harrell. Green finds Rondo. Kuzma, left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. LeBron drives in. He gets hauled in by Paul George.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Cook. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee comes in for Davis, and it's Troy Daniels in for James.
Find the lanes. One shot.
Free throw off from Cook.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
Here is McGee. The Clippers getting the bucket, and not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Pass to Beverly. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. And George kicks to Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George. Beverly's got 5.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Cook looking it over. And there's the pass to Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Cousins is just simply not an easy cover for anybody, especially when he uses that shot fake. Highly effective there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Cousins not a great foul shooter coming out of college, but with how many times he gets hacked and goes to the free throw line, he's become more and more consistent there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Bradley's checked in for Troy Daniels. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Cook, so he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Shamet on the wing. Pass to Leonard. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Fewer isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Harrell in at center.
And looking back, an underrated part of the DeRozan-Kawhi trade, the Raptors also getting Danny Green. Green, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the league, way more than a throw-in.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harrell.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Danny Green. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubats is checked in. And both free throws good for Harrell. Here's LeBron. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Rebound by the Clippers. Loads it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Rondo against Beverly. Rondo passes to Kuzma. Here is Daniels. 5 on the clock. Outside for Rondo. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rondo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Takes the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James and their... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Rajon Rondo is out there with Avery Bradley. And it's James in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Here's Shamet. Here's Zubats. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Rondo on top. He's guarded by Williams. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubats. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Avery Bradley. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Cousins. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And that one's good. James.
It's so difficult to stop him, even when you hit him or pull at him or tug him or talk to him, but none of it works.
Here's Williams, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
To the paint, it's tipped. Leonard with the steal. 54 seconds left in the fourth. And here is Williams. There's the pass to George. Here's Green, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for James. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Both free throws good from Green.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Mann. Passes it to Kabengele. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
So the Clippers winning this one easily.